Hey, Yinz guys and gals, gather around for a journey like no other. It's time to hop on board the Yinz Goin podcast. From the rivers that meet at the point to form downtown Pittsburgh, to the sheer face of Half Dome, to the furthest corners of the globe, Matt will be your compass, your confidant, your companion as we explore the wonders of travel. So sit back, relax on your couch, and let the wanderlust whoosh over Yinz as we discover new horizons and reminisce about old favorites. With Matt by our side, the sky's the limit. Join Matt on the Yinz Goin podcast because when it comes to travel, the journey's just getting started. And now, without further ado, let's give a shot for your guide through the highways and byways of travel. Your planning partner, the man with the map, Matt Schraeder. How Yinz doing? Welcome to the Where Yinz Goin podcast. I'm Matt. I'm your host. Joining me again today is Elaine, who's making her first full visit. So she joined me briefly as she's raising her hands in triumph, of course. We'll give the golf clap of applause too to welcome you. So she joined me
Appreciate it.
briefly to talk about magical experiences at Disney. So welcome back, Elaine.
Thanks. I'm excited to be back.
Now, whenever I have a new guest, I like to start with this question. What is your favorite place to visit, or is there a place that you would like to visit the most? And I didn't get to ask you this earlier because your visit was short, so I'm going to do it now so you're not getting off the hook, Elaine.
Ooh, I like a favorite place to visit. I mean, obviously, of course, like a Disney park is one of my favorite things to do. I'm definitely a Walt Disney World kind of a gal. That's my quote unquote home park. But in terms of just like a place, honestly, anywhere with a beach. I love to just like sit on a beach. I will sit on a beach all day long and just listen to music, get in the water for a little bit. As much as I love theme park vacations, I am a very chill vacation person. So we actually do, my home state of Texas has some very beautiful coastlines, and we do that like once a year. We'll go out for like 4 days and just hang out, eat a bunch of seafood, chill out, and just relax. So that's kind of my favorite. But in terms of places I've always wanted to go, I am dying to go to Tokyo Disneyland. It just
Mm-hmm.
looks incredible. There's so much to do there. There's so many things. There's so many hidden things. That's like top of my bucket list, I think.
And from people that I've talked to who have gone to either multiple or all the Disney parks, that is routinely up there among the favorites of that.
Yes,
And I hear such great things about it.
they say it's like the gold standard, which I believe it. They put so much time and money into it, and I feel like they're constantly like improving and making it better. They're just very consistent with the upkeep there and wanting to like make it fresh and exciting for people. So, gold standard theme park I've always wanted to go.
And they tend to be a little bit more on the cutting edge of attractions. Like Tron was there
Oh yeah.
first, and
Oh
so they get some of
yeah.
the bigger name, more advanced ones there, and they get some of the bugs worked out sometimes before they come to the United States, the parks in the U.S.
I agree. It's almost like they use it as like their testing ground. It's like we know that the audience here is going to be really receptive to it. And so they just sort of put a ton of that like new technologies because they had the really incredible Frozen animatronics first, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and then they finally brought them back over to Florida and beautiful. So beautiful.
because they have a frozen land there.
They
But they,
do. And that just opened what, like a year, 2 years ago?
it's pretty new. Yeah,
Yeah. And it's oh my gosh, it's incredible. It looks so I've watched some like walkthroughs and vlogs, and it just looks so immersive. It's beautiful.
and you mentioned about going to beaches and relaxing and stuff. I have a love-hate relationship with beaches.
Go
That
figure.
So growing up in Pittsburgh, we're a couple hours drive from the eastern coast, and we
Yeah.
went to just about every major beach up along the East Coast growing
Mhm.
up, and we did a podcast about a couple of them a year or so ago. And my wife's from Indonesia, which is a collection of 17,000 islands, so there's plenty of beaches around there. And whenever we're over there, we do go to the beach. A couple different ones we've gone to, but beaches would be a lot more fun if sand didn't get everywhere.
You and like, okay, that's what my husband says. That's what my brother-in-law says. That's what like every boy I take to the beach is like, oh, but the sand. I'm like, but that's the best part. It's like a free pedicure. You just like you come out and your feet are like squeaky clean and exfoliated and you don't even have to pay for it. It's amazing.
And the better part of the beach is that you bring home free souvenirs because after you get home, you find sand everywhere for the next 3 months.
Yeah, you do. I literally have found sand in my car from like a beach trip I took 2 years ago. So,
So, but the I'm much more of a fan of the beach than the ocean. And whenever it's
yeah,
hot, I'll go swimming. My daughter is like part dolphin, so she wants to go swimming all the time.
me too.
There's an indoor pool near us that she always has to go to, but it's
Oh yeah.
not always the water's not that warm in there. I mean, it's warm enough, but still, it's like you jump in. It's like
Ooh,
if you move around, you're fine, but that
the
first
full
couple minutes,
plunge.
yeah. Then there's the hot tub. We always finish off in that. But then even getting out of the hot tub, it's like, all right, it's not too warm in here. I need the towel quick. But yeah, I
Yeah, that gets a little tricky.
there were a couple times I've gone to beaches and seaweed has gotten places where seaweed should not get. So I'll leave it at that.
Valid. So valid.
So
Very valid.
I like chlorinated water a little bit better. So
I don't blame you. Have you ever done a saltwater pool?
I think I have.
I'm
Sometime
obsessed.
on
I
vacation, we've gone to something that had one of those.
We had a neighbor that had a saltwater pool and it would like it changed the game for me. I was like, this is what I want. If I'm like dreaming of my ideal adulthood, this is what I want. They're so nice.
My parents have a pool, and we've had a pool since, oh, geez, I was like in second grade.
Yeah.
That's my mom's summer activity. She goes out,
Yeah.
she'll do her laps, lay on the by the pool, she'll read a book. And so growing up, we were out there all the time.
Oh yeah. You have to. That's how we are. I mean, fun fact, Texans love the water just in general. We love the lakes, we love the river, we love the beach, we love a pool. My sister got a pool funnily enough, during COVID, because she's like, well, we're not going anywhere, so we might as well, like, we're all in our little pod. We might as well have something to do when it gets hot, because I mean, it gets hot,
Oh, yeah.
especially Central Texas. And yeah, we like that was her too. Like every morning she'd come out, she'd test the levels. We called her the pool dad. She like hangs out, does what she needs to do, and then we all just come over, we float, we swim around. Oh, it's heaven. I love it.
My dad was a management consultant, so he traveled all throughout the US,
Hmm.
for 35, 40 years of his, working life. And one time he was working in Texas for a while. And so we
Hmm.
made that our summer vacation. And
Oh.
we went, and he was in Dallas. So we went down
Hmm.
there in the middle of summer. Of course,
Oof.
it was lovely weather.
Woof.
People pay good money to go sit in a sauna and stuff like that. So we got it for free.
Yeah, you do.
But
You just walk outside.
it was kind of a cheat though that we went down during the week when he was technically supposed to be working. And so he had like go into the office a few times to do stuff. But
Right.
But I remember going to a Rangers game at the ballpark at
Nice.
Arlington, and they were playing Kansas City, so we got to see Bo Jackson play, and this is late '80s
That's
baseball in there.
cool. That's
So,
very cool.
but yeah, it was 100 some degrees,
Oh
and
yeah.
we went. I just my mom still has horror stories of that trip that she tells of
I'll
the heat.
bet. Texas heat is, oh my gosh, it's not to be underestimated. That is for sure. I mean, and then it's worse like the lower you go in the state of Texas, the more south you go, the worse the heat and the
Yeah,
humidity gets. Where I'm from, we have a running joke in Houston that all Houstonians are born with gills. And like as we leave, they slowly disappear. So when I lived in Orlando, tourists would ask me, they were like, aren't you just like dying? It's August. Like, how are you this chipper? And I was like, oh, this is normal. I was like, this feels like summer feels at home. So I'm good. I could do this all day. But yeah, oof, that humidity is no joke.
yeah. But anyway, let's talk about other places that are hot and humid.
Yeah.
New
Yeah,
Orleans,
let's
sort
talk
of.
about that. Oh, New Orleans is super hot and humid.
And so this is the nice thing about Disney. By the way, we're going to talk about the Port Orleans French Quarter and Port Orleans Riverside at Walt Disney World Resort, in case you didn't notice it on the title for today's episode. But This is the great thing about Disney is they actually import the humidity from New Orleans during the summer into Orlando, and so it
Oh
feels
yeah,
just at home
special.
there. Not
Just
that
for
it's
you
always
guys.
as if it's not hot and humid in Orlando in the summer anyway. So,
Never, never.
but
That's too funny.
the Port Orleans French Quarter opened on May 17th, 1991. And fun fact that we were at Disney on May 26th, 1991. We were
That's too funny.
celebrating my mom's birthday. Her birthday is May 27th. So happy birthday, Mom.
I love that. I would say that would have been the May 17th is the day after my first birthday.
So this says something about ages here. So you're not supposed to age yourself on this, Elaine. So
That's fine.
I was slightly older than just one whenever we went.
Maybe just a little, like 3. That's fine.
Quite a bit more than that. But so I remember this distinctly because this was the day after the Pittsburgh Penguins won their first Stanley Cup. So
That's a
we're
big day.
May 25th, we're at home, we're watching the Pens win the Stanley Cup, and then the next day, we're going to Disney World.
Was
So,
that like the best like few days of your childhood? Because that sounds pretty awesome.
and that was a great trip because we stayed at the yacht club. We
Oh,
went to the restaurant, I don't know what it was called at the time, on top of the Contemporary.
oh,
So,
the California Grill.
yeah, I don't know if it was
Yeah,
always called that. I think it would have had a different name back then. But we got to have lunch there one day. So, yeah, this is like living the best life.
yeah.
And so I was 11 years old then. So 11-year-old me was like having the time of his life.
I love that. Oh, and like I can like picture it too, because there's something about Disney World in the 90s that's so specific and so good and nostalgic. Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. And so if you haven't guessed the theme of Port Orleans French Quarter, it is New Orleans in the French Quarter.
Yes.
I mean, you can't tell too much by the name, but the
Yeah,
Imagineers do a
right.
good job pulling it off.
They definitely do. It's so interesting too, the way that they like really incorporate that theme throughout, and it really just touches everywhere. But it does look very French Quartery when you walk through it, with the buildings and everything. It's beautiful.
It reminds me a lot of New Orleans Square out in Disneyland. They have like the
Yeah.
wrought iron little flourishes on the
Yeah,
railings
the
and stuff.
big beautiful wrought iron balconies and like the plants kind of hanging down, and it feels very realistic, which I think is cool.
And that's the one thing that Disney does so well is the theming that they
Yes.
do their homework.
You
This place
know.
could be pulled right out of New Orleans if you've ever been there, or just like with Animal Kingdom specifically stands out to me of walking through the Asia area that this stuff looks now it looks weathered through paint and everything. It's not really old, but one thing that really stood out to me is that on our honeymoon, my wife and I went to Phuket in Thailand,
Hmm.
and if you pay attention to like the power lines that are going into the buildings in Animal Kingdom, they kind of just spool up and there's like this big twist and jumbled mess of them. And that
Hmm.
is something that I distinctly noticed when I was in Thailand of, oh wow, that's a lot of cable just sitting there. It's a big
Just
mess.
chilling.
And they do the same thing and the
I love
details.
that. I love that. Well, I think that's such a testament to like Disney's commitment to theming is like even those teeny tiny little details they want to make sure that you have like present, because I mean I've never been to Thailand, so I wouldn't necessarily know that that is accurate, but it feels very real when I walk through the land,
Oh
you
yeah.
know? I love that.
And like even the cement that has like bike tires through it or
It's
in
got
animal
like the
prints
like
and
the tuk-tuk tires like through there, and like
yeah.
the oh, I love that. It's so cool.
And it's been mentioned, and even the sounds of it that you hear, and the music and the background noise of it's something that it blends in so well that you don't notice it. But if it wasn't
Yes.
there, you would realize, I can't tell what, but something's missing.
Something's off. Somebody what so when I did my they call it declamation. When you do your orientation to work at Animal Kingdom, you do get to tour like the whole park and everything. And one of the things I will always remember my trainer explaining to me was that Asia specifically, like, because depending on where you come from, if you come over the bridge, you'll notice like you leave Discovery Island. And Discovery Island, there's like lots of music and bright colors, and it's very, you could really like feel the land around you. But when you come over that bridge, Asia almost feels quieter. And he was explaining, he's like, that is very on purpose. He's like, that's, you want to make he's like, the Imagineers really wanted to make sure that like you get this feeling because a lot of what they have in Asia are like, as in the Asia specific part of Animal Kingdom is um shrines and like holy sites and places that are supposed to be very like revered. So it's almost like supposed to be a more like quiet atmosphere out of like respect. It's just very cool. And you feel
More of a
that when you walk
reverent.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Much more reverent. It's incredible though, because you don't really think about it, but when you do walk over that bridge or you do come from that long pathway over from Africa, it's such a different feel, but that's very on purpose. And there's so much happening in that land, right? You have Kali River Rapids and you have the Simangs and everything, and then you come over to Everest. So like there's a ton going on, and yet it still feels very like peaceful. I love that. Oh, I could talk about Asia for forever. You don't let me get off on this tangent, Matt. It'll be terrible.
Well, of course, and on that note, ladies and gentlemen, Elaine just volunteered to come back and talk about the animal kingdom and specifically the Asia area on a different
Oh,
podcast.
I could do that for forever. Please. I love that.
But last thing before we get back on track is they even
Yes.
do that with in Magic Kingdom. That
Yes.
the there's a bridge from the hub into each of the lands, and there's that transition that's not just with what you're seeing, but you're feeling it through your feet. Of it's a wooden bridge of hey, I'm walking on the concrete. Oh, here's a
Yes.
different thing. Oh, here's concrete again. Something changed.
It's all five senses. It's all five
Hmm.
senses. It's tactile. You hear it, you see it, you smell it. I love that. I love that. It's so good.
And with taste, we're talking about food. Do not lick the railings or anything, please.
Yes, please don't lick the railings. Don't end up on somebody's Instagram reel licking the railing. Oh my gosh. But you know what? Speaking of those like small touches, something that I noticed when I was I haven't stayed specifically at French Quarter. I've stayed at Riverside, but I have gone over there and walked through. I love to just sort of like pal around and explore the resorts. But one of the things I've noticed too is outside a lot of the buildings, they have I can't remember what they're called specifically, but the little like the places where you would tie up your horse if you were like riding into town, which is very specific to New Orleans and something that they
Hmm.
do still have throughout all of the streets. So just like little touches like that, I think are so special and so immersive and things that like they didn't have to do, but they do it because it really puts you in the world and makes you feel like you're there.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And speaking of that segue to Port Orleans Riverside, this opened a little bit after French Quarter. It was
Mhm.
February 2nd, 1992. It was
Yes.
initially called Disney's Dixie Landings Resort.
Yes.
And that changed on April 1st, no fooling, of 2001. The theme is Antebellum South.
Hmm.
And there's a couple different regions that are so in the overall resort, there is the French Quarter. And then in
Hmm.
Riverside, there's Alligator Bayou, which is the original Riverside area that opened. And then
Yes.
there's Magnolia Bend, which was added soon after the Riverside resort opened.
Yes.
So, and this is categorized as a moderate resort.
But like what a gem in the moderate resort tier,
Oh, yeah.
this sp Port Orleans is already kind of interesting because it really is like two resorts in one, but the theming is so immersive and so beautiful. There's so much just to do between those two resorts. There's like multiple pool areas like there's so much good theming and food and like extras that you can do. I love this resort. It's one that I recommend a lot to clients if they kind of want to go middle of the road. They don't want to spend for a deluxe, but they want something maybe a little step above a value. This is such a fantastic resort.
And this, to use a boxing term, this punches above its weight class.
Yes, it
That
does.
it's, it's So a lot of the amenities and everything else is classified as a moderate and it fits into that category. But the
Definitely.
theming and the architecture and the feel of it makes it feel almost like a lower deluxe level thing or an upper level
Yeah.
moderate? That you said it correctly. It's more than just a moderate. It's an
Yes.
elevated moderate.
Absolutely. Well, and it reminds me, so during like the Eisner era when these were opening during that like Disney decade, I think there was such a push to deliver different tiers for guests, but there was no skimping on theming. They still really
Hmm.
wanted to make sure that you were still getting that Disney quality no matter where you were staying. And I think this is such a perfect example of what was really great about that era. There were so many hotels being built, but even when they are going towards like a moderate tier, this is fantastic. It's so immersive and beautiful, and there's just so much to do.
Yeah. Now, before we talk about the rooms, I do want to take a step back that um, May 16th is my parents' wedding anniversary as well. So that's a
Oh
good date in our family.
my
So I
gosh,
will
it's a
definitely applaud
great
that.
date. I love that. That's amazing.
So with the rooms, there are 3,056 rooms. In the French Quarter, there are 1,008. There are seven three-story buildings. Each building has 144 rooms, which is kind of gross if you think of it. But
Hmm.
there were initially three buildings and 432 rooms, but then they've expanded.
Oh yeah.
Over at Riverside, both the Alligator Bayou and Magnolia Bend have 1,200, or excuse me, 1,024 rooms. But in Alligator Bayou, it is split into 16 buildings that are like rustic weathered lodges, and there's 64 rooms per lodge. In Magnolia Bend, there are only four buildings, so it's more of a Southern Plantation Grand Manor home type thing, and there's 256 rooms per manor.
Yeah, it's a big sprawling resort. There's a lot of people that stay there, but I don't know about you. Something I've noticed is when I am there, it doesn't feel like there's this many people there all the time.
Hmm.
It feels very, especially Riverside, it feels very quiet. And that could just be because the rooms are like very nicely spread out, but it doesn't feel, I would say that I don't feel the same hustle and bustle that I feel if I'm staying at like a Pop Century or like an All Stars or anything like that. It feels very chill, very quiet.
Yeah, there's more of a quiet atmosphere, and I would definitely agree with that.
Definitely.
Now, with those rooms, the French Quarter has standard rooms and preferred rooms.
Hmm.
So, preferred rooms are just near the lobby.
Yeah.
Standard rooms can either have a king bed, which sleeps two adults, or two queens, which sleep four, and then preferred rooms, if I enunciate, all have two queens and sleep four.
Yes.
With the Riverside, there are a bit more options here. That they have standard view, woods view, river view, pole view, and preferred room. And so the preferred rooms again close to the lobby and transportation. And
Mhm.
the quote unquote river is the Sassagoula River,
The
which
Sassagoula
flows,
River.
yeah, it throws through Port Orleans, past Old Key West and Saratoga Springs, and then heads into Lake Buena Vista, which is
Mhm.
the big body of water that Disney Springs sits on.
Yes.
So these can have two queens that sleep four, two queens, and then a child size pull down, which I missed out on these whenever I was a kid.
Me
I would
too.
have I cannot imagine. So this is like a little small bed they'll often pull down from underneath the TV.
It's
Um
like a smaller version of like a Murphy bed.
yeah, and that's what it is. It's a tiny Murphy bed,
Yeah.
and it has like the little mural on the inside.
They're so cute. We stayed in a fifth sleeper room once, and I remember looking at it being like, I could fit on that, right? Like I could totally make that work because it's so fun. It's so cool.
I remember growing up watching the movie Mr. Mom, and the one kid had the race car bed, and I
Yes.
so wanted that. But after seeing Who Framed Roger Rabbit when I was younger, seeing the Murphy bed there is like, beds do that?
I
And that
know,
was
right?
like my dream as a kid. I want a bed that comes out of the wall.
Yes.
So
Absolutely. It's just so cool. And it's such a helpful. I work with a lot of families that have, three, like maybe more than two kids. And just sometimes having that fifth sleeper option is just so, so nice. And it's always cute and it's always fun. So it's like the kid that, quote unquote, draws the short straw. They're not really drawing the short straw because they get to sleep in the cool themed bed.
and we have stayed at well, we usually stay at the Old Key West or Saratoga Springs, and
Hmm.
Saratoga Springs has the pull down bed.
Yes.
And my daughter, the first time we went, and I knew it was there, and there's a couch there, and I was like, "Hey,
Mhm.
watch this! I'm gonna pull this lever," and pulled it down. She saw this, do it again. She just wanted to go and sit on that bed, and she had a fabulous time just on the bed, just
Yeah.
doing whatever. She's like, the bed comes out of the wall, and she was
The
just so
bed
neat,
comes
happy.
out of the wall. It's
The,
cool. I don't know
the
how to
next year
explain
we
it. It's
went,
just
and
cool.
yeah, I was like, hey, you want to do it again? She's like, yeah, we could have that
Yeah.
again too. And so she was so excited. So just having that, if we had a small bed, they'd be like, oh, it's a cute little thing. Oh, I want to sleep that. And
Yes. It's fun. I
so
love it.
her room's always a mess. So maybe we do need to just get one of those little beds to fold out of the wall. That'll help less clutter, maybe. I don't know.
A Murphy bed is never a bad idea. It gives you a lot more floor space. So
Yeah. Now,
I love it.
Riverside also has king bedrooms that sleep two, and then the royal guest rooms. There's about 500 of these
Yes. They're
that
very
there's,
cool.
yeah, standard view, woods view, river view, two queens that'll sleep four people. But the thing that is really cool about these is that on the headboards, they have quote unquote fireworks. That they have these out in the
Oh.
Disneyland Hotel as well in Disneyland in California. But it's like a fiber optics thing that you push a little button and then like the lights light up and it's like there's little fireworks going off.
And it's so pretty. It's like over because it's supposed to be that Tiana is welcoming you, right? Tiana and all of her princess friends are like welcoming you to stay in this royal guest suite where all of her princess friends stay when they come to visit her. And so there's like little touches all over the room, from all the different princesses. And there's like a little note that you can read and you press the button and the fireworks happen over the bayou. It's just so cute and so immersive and so much fun, especially for our younger guests that little extra touch of pixie dust for them back at the room. It's amazing. Like what a way to start your vacation, right? You check into your hotel, you walk in and like the princesses are greeting you. I love that.
And not just your younger guests that I was in my, let's
Me
see,
too.
I was like 33, my first trip out to Disneyland whenever I stayed. Oh no, actually I was even older. I was like 36, mid
Hmm.
30s, the whenever I stayed at the Disneyland Hotel. And it was like the middle of the night that woke up, looked at the clock, so it's 2 in the morning, okay. And I hit a button and I saw
You
the
press
lights
the
go. I was
button.
like, wait, this is a thing? I
I
had to get
love
my
it.
camera out then. And I had to video this of this is so cool. Look at
It
this.
is so cool. It's funny you say that. So my husband and I are actually going to Disneyland for our very first Disneyland trip in May. We're very excited. And I was telling him, I was like, I know this sounds so silly, but one of the things I cannot wait for, because we're staying at the Disneyland Hotel, I was like, I cannot wait to see the fireworks in the headboard. Like, it's going to be so cool.
Hmm.
I love it.
So on to dining, which is always an important thing, especially when you're talking about New Orleans.
100%.
And so in the French Quarter, they have the Sassagola Float Works and Food Factory.
Hmm.
There's a mouthful for you, both
I
food
know,
wise
right?
and just saying it.
Sasagula by itself is a
Oh, yeah.
mouthful.
It's open from about 7 in the morning till 11 at night. So it's all day. It's a
Mhm.
quick service, and this is in the main building. It has a Creole Cajun type food mainly, but they also offer some more bland offerings, so it's not all
Yes.
spicy.
I always tell
So,
guests, like, don't let Creole and Cajun scare you. It's still a Disney park. Like, it's still Disney property. They're going to have things that are approachable for everybody. You know what I mean? And like that spicy is not going to be so spicy that you can't eat it for sure.
yeah, it's not complete Creole Cajun spice. Some of the things will
No.
have that, but
Oh
there
yeah.
is other stuff that's more mild.
That's very, very accessible for everyone because I'm not, I can handle a little spice. I can't handle like an intense crazy spice. Like my Cajun relatives think that I'm a certified grade A weenie when it comes to spice level.
And just to emphasize some of the things they have here for breakfast, they have waffles, eggs, sandwiches, pancakes, omelets, and some of the waffles are Mickey shaped, which is a staple at. If there's not, why would I don't know why they even offer the regular waffles? They should all
I
be
don't know
Mickey
why they,
shaped.
yes. I went to Art of Animation, and okay, they weren't Mickey shaped, but they were still at least themed. Because if little fun fact, if you go to Art of Animation, they're usually like different characters. But there was like 2 seconds when I was ordering breakfast, I was like, are these not going to be themed waffles? Are these just going to be normal round waffles? This sounds terrible. Why are we going to Disney parks and not like, why are we eating regular waffles? Everything should be a fun shape.
And that's not just even at Disney parks. This should be like a law that
Yeah,
even waffles you buy in the grocery store should be
yeah,
shaped like something. They should all be either
exactly.
Mickey or like at Disney, like you said, they have the different characters. I know at Animal Kingdom they have the Simba waffle
Yes.
specifically.
I love
So,
those.
and now beyond that, they do have a bakery and it's open all
Hmm.
day. And again, let's hear it for the theming: the Mickey cinnamon roll, the
Oh,
Mickey
delicious.
brownie, the Mickey lemon cookie, which has no sugar added, and then it's not Mickey shaped, but there are chocolate croissants. So
Can never go wrong with a chocolate croissant.
exactly. For lunch and dinner, fish and chips, and then here's your Cajun Creole stuff: jambalaya,
Ooh.
gumbo. They have burgers, po' boys, pizza soup, salad, fruit. So all kinds of good stuff.
I have had a po' boy from over there. It's pretty good. Pretty good, especially for not being close to Louisiana or Houston, where I'm from. I mean, we got a lot of pretty good Cajun food over there. It's a pretty pretty good po' boy.
Oh, the chefs at Disney.
They know what they're doing.
Mwah. Chef kiss to the chefs, to the
Mwah.
chefs. So, and then for dessert, you can get the Mardi Gras king cake.
If you haven't had king cake, by all means, please try it there. It's incredible. I love king cake. We just closed out on king cake season, and I was gonna have one shipped out here from Louisiana, but I ordered too late. You got to order those things like back at Thanksgiving for them to
Oh
get to
yeah,
you
they're
by Mardi Gras
popular.
time. Oh man, especially if you want like a real official one from a Cajun bakery in New Orleans. It takes a while. So, but yeah, get the king cake. It's incredible.
And then next up, we have the Scat Cats Club, both the
Mhm.
cafe and the lounge.
Yes.
Now the cafe is open 7 in the morning to 11 at night in the main building. And of course, this is where you get your beignets.
Oh,
And they are Mickey shaped in
obviously.
packages of 3 or 6.
I love that.
This is
And they
when you
do
buy,
they do the
uh,
specialty ones too, yeah?
yeah.
Yeah.
And so this is whenever you go and you get the package of 3. Whenever, you're like, oh, I want to go buy, here, you want a beignet? I'll get one for you too. And you don't
Hmm.
tell them that they're packages of 3. Then you get your
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
I'm just
That's
kidding. Don't do that. You get the package of
unless you
6,
want
so
to
you get your
take it
5 of
at
them.
exactly. That's your tax. That's your finder's fee. It's
Exactly.
fine.
Just be careful that you know, wipe the powdered sugar off your face before you come
Yes.
over of what's that on your face? It's
No
like,
incriminating
nothing. I
evidence.
got, but there's 2 of them here. Wait, and that just the giveaway right there. So you got to clean
Exactly.
up first.
I love it.
They also have the Mickey shaped beignet sundae.
Ooh, ooh,
Remember,
ooh.
vacation calories don't count.
No, you're walking it all off. You're walking like 20,000 steps a day. You're fine.
Then they also have the Baton Rouge beignets, which have Bailey's original Irish cream liqueur in them. So these are
Hmm.
alcoholic. So again, not kid friendly.
No.
Although when your
No, but
kids
I
needs to take a nap, they can really. Don't do that. There's laws.
there's definitely laws. But I think they'll change around the beignets too. Like the specialty beignet they'll do a seasonal. So
Yeah,
Christmas time, I think one year they did like chocolate mint ones, which those were mixed reviews. But they'll do like specialty ones for Valentine's Day and specialty ones for St. Patrick's Day. And I love that.
yeah. Throughout the year, and you'll notice this at several different restaurants and locations
Yes.
in Disney that they have their little specialty things that, like around Easter, they have like the bunny ones, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, so. And at the cafe is also where you can get your drinks like tea, coffee, soft drinks, things like that.
Oh yeah.
The lounge is open in the evening, 5 o'clock till midnight. It's right next to the cafe. It is a New Orleans style jazz lounge, and you can get some food there from 5 o'clock till 10 o'clock. It's
Hmm.
mostly Cajun stuff, and it includes the Baton Rouge beignets.
Gotta have the Baton Rouge beignets. But the Scat Cat, I can't say it either. Scat Cat Lounge, it's great. I mean, if you've ever if you're ever having either like a rest day or maybe it's your first day in, like pop in and see if they have anybody playing because they'll have really good local jazz groups. And I mean, there's really nothing like New Orleans style jazz. It's so specific and beautiful, and it's a good place to like pop a squat, especially if you're like there on like a honeymoon trip or like a friend trip. You just go in, if have a cocktail if that's your thing, sit down for a little bit, enjoy the ambiance, and like really get the most out of your resort.
Definitely.
Hmm.
Next up is Mardi Gras. So not Mardi Gras, Mardi Gras.
No, no, Marty Grogs.
So this is open 11 in the morning till 10 at night. It's quick service. It's near the pool and typical pool-based stuff of wraps, salads, Mickey pretzels. Again, more Mickey-shaped stuff.
Yes.
There's alcoholic drinks there. And the one thing I think is interesting is the hot Cajun boiled peanuts, which Elaine is
Oh
like trying to
my
contain her
gosh.
glee and not succeeding.
I y'all, I love boiled peanuts. I like it's such a southern staple too. They always say like the best boiled peanuts you'll ever get come from like somebody on the side of the road, which is accurate.
Mhm.
Delicious. Do not overlook the boiled peanuts. They're incredible. You have to get them. Oh, amazing. I just love like I love that they have that. That's such a specific thing that like you won't find anywhere else in Disney World, but they have it here because it suits the overall theming. Amazing.
Yeah, and again, this is what Disney does the best.
Yes, I love this.
Now, over at Riverside, there's the Riverside Mill Food Court,
Hmm.
open 7 in the morning to 11 at night, quick service. It's in the main building and it's along the river.
Yep,
It's inspired by a Southern Louisiana style cooking on the bayou. And
yep.
this is where you go if you have your refillable resort mug.
Yeah, make that a part of your morning stop before you head out to the bus stop. Send someone over with everybody's refillable mugs and fill up on coffee. Or if you're me and there's no rules on vacation, I am having a Diet Coke at 7 in the morning. I don't care. I'm doing it.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's good.
It's fine. Like it's whatever.
Need that caffeine jolt in the morning. Some people just don't want it with coffee, so it's fine. It's
Yeah,
good.
it's like 100% humidity. I think I'm allowed to have a Diet Coke.
And so, for those unfamiliar, that they do sell refillable mugs that you can get free refills at your resort throughout your
Yes,
stay.
yes.
So you can't get free refills or anything in the park, but in the morning you fill it up, you go out to the park, then you have your mug, you can just fill it with water or whatever else you're going to buy at the park. When you
Hmm.
come back to the resort at night, you can go and fill it up, or if you're doing a pool break or whatever else. So, especially if you have the resort day planned, that you have all your drinks for a day.
Yeah, I always tell people if you're a big coffee in the morning or like a soda person, feel like these pay for themselves. You
Yeah.
know, it's nice. Like you come back, you have your midday break, and before you go back into the park, you go and get yourself like a Powerade or something in there, or I like to do a fresh Diet Coke with a little lemon, and you're refreshed, you're ready. You have that as you're on the bus, you're just hanging out. It's amazing. Also, you're probably not supposed to do this, but I have been known to get a Dole Whip float in the Magic Kingdom, put it in my resort mug, and then enjoy it while I'm inside the tiki room. That is one of my favorite things to do.
Now we have established that Disney listens to this podcast, but
They're gonna know.
Disney didn't hear that.
No, I would never do that. And I've definitely never done that. I've never spilled. I can honestly say I've never
And
spilled.
that's the thing. You're not, as long as it's a closed thing and has the straw there, it's okay.
Yes, I do utilize the straw. I just sometimes I can't finish that whole float before I go in, before it's time, and I have to go in.
I think it's no open food or beverage. That's not an
Yeah,
open beverage. It's
it's not
closed. It's
open.
fine. It's
It has
okay.
the little tabby. It's closed.
And now the food at the Riverside Mill Food Court is very similar to what you're going to get at the Sassagola Floatworks
Yes.
and Food Factory. So no matter where you're staying on property, you got uh, options there to get that wonderful, delicious cuisine.
Yep.
And now here's what makes the Port Orleans a moderate and not just a value resort is they have a sit down restaurant, a table service. This
Yes,
the
they do.
Boat Rights Dining Hall. It's only open for dinner from 5 o'clock till 9 o'clock.
Yes.
It's in the main building next to the Riverside Mill, and it's some of the things here are jambalaya, gumbo, steak, seafood, prime rib, chicken dishes. There's kids menu. But the thing that stands out, I think, is the taste of the bayou, all you care to enjoy platter.
Yes.
This includes hickory smoked pork ribs,
Mm-hmm.
barbecue spice baked chicken,
Mm.
beef brisket, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, seasonal vegetables with sautéed corn with bacon.
So good. That's such a good, like, that could feed a whole party of people. That's so much food. I love when Disney does like a platter like that. And they're like, here, just have everything. I will say the prime rib at Boat Rights specifically, really, really good. And that's not just me saying it. I've had a lot of people tell me, they're like, no, 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 you have to get the prime rib over there. It's so good. Like, it's surprisingly good how good it is.
And going back to what Elaine said about the platter, you can feed a full family or one teenager.
Or one teenager. That's accurate, especially one teenager going through a growth spurt.
Oh yeah. Been there, done that. Have nieces and nephews who have been there, done that. So yeah, I have three
Oh yeah.
sisters. Yeah,
I've
I've
got
seen it.
twin nephews and you can tell whenever they're going through a growth spurt because it's just like you can't keep any food in the
Yeah.
house.
And now dessert there gets even better. That
Oh
there's
yeah.
bourbon chocolate cake, banana cream pie cheesecake,
Yes.
caramelized vanilla custard, and this is probably my favorite is peanut butter pie.
I love a peanut butter pie.
Oh man.
Oh, heaven.
So
Heaven on earth of peanut butter pie.
local places here in Western Pennsylvania and Northern West Virginia is a what we call it. It's an eat called the restaurant's called Eaton Park. And then
Love
there's also
it.
Bob Evans. That
Oh, I know Bob
Yeah,
Evans.
Bob Evans is a little bit more national. Eaton Park
Yes.
is more local, but both places the peanut butter pies. Oh
Mm.
yeah,
Because it's like an icebox pie everywhere, right? That's what we call them. It's like a cold, like a chilled pie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Down here we call them icebox pie. That's my favorite type of icebox pie. Just, oh God, I love a peanut butter pie. It's perfect. It's like eating a giant Reese's, but better.
Yeah.
Oh,
Could you
so
whip
good.
cream on it and some other stuff? Yeah, with a little bit of the crunch with
Yeah.
the graham cracker. Oh
Mm,
yeah, the crust.
perfection.
Hmm.
So good.
Now, a few other places are the River Roost. It's open in the evening, 5 o'clock till midnight. It's next to the Boat Rights dining hall. It has some appetizers from 5 to 10, mostly Cajun stuff, but it's another lounge. And then there's also Muddy Rivers, open 11 o'clock in the morning till 10 at night. It's near the pool on Old Man Island, and it's a similar menu to Mardi Gras. So
Yes.
again, pool stuff.
A little note too about I was a big craft beer person for a real long time. Something I love about Port Orleans, almost anywhere that they serve alcohol, they will have the Abita beers that are brewed in Louisiana. You can usually get like their Gator, which is their IPA, which is really good, but sometimes you can get their Purple Haze, which is one of my favorite beers of all time. But it's so nice, like on a hot pool day, if you want, an adult beverage, you can go over there and get something specific because you can't get those all over property. So that's just, again, like another specific little touch that I love. I love that they have Louisiana specific breweries represented. That's amazing.
I think Louisiana might be guilty of some cultural appropriation there. Purple Haze stuff should belong in Minnesota.
That is valid. But they do it, it's like Mardi Gras themed, right?
Yeah,
Like the
the purple and the, yeah, I get. So
delicious though. Ooh, so good.
again, more stuff of the theming that Disney does.
Yep. They know. They know what to do.
And now, with as we talked before about pools, let's talk about pools again.
I love
So
pools.
in the French Quarter, there is Doubloon Lagoon, which
Oh,
celebrates
that's
Mardi
one of
Gras.
my favorite names.
Oh,
Doubloon Lagoon is so good.
the naming of stuff in Disney too, just like Mardi Gras. I mean,
Mardi Gras. Why not? I love it.
that, I would love to be one of the thing neighbors at
Yes.
Disney. Although they tend to get really long-winded with some of them.
Don't even get me started. Guardians of
I
the
think it's a whole
Galaxy,
paragraph.
Guardians of the Galaxy, colon, Cosmic Rewind. Guardians of the Galaxy mission, colon, breakout. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, they get long.
Oh, yeah.
The Tron Light Cycle Run, and
Oh my gosh. And you have to get Pandora, the world of Avatar. Got to get that nomenclature exactly right.
We'll talk about that a little bit more whenever we do our Animal Kingdom one, or
Oh
maybe we've
yeah.
done Animal Kingdom.
Oh
Let's see. It
man.
depends on when the schedule is. I don't know. But listen to the Animal Kingdom one, the whole Chico, the cooking place. You can get by with Chico. It's fine.
I forgot about Jiko, the cooking place.
Because it's redundant. Chico
It
means
is.
cooking place in
Jiko
Swahili.
means
So,
the cooking
I
place.
get what they're doing with trying to emphasize it and letting people who don't speak Swahili to understand it. But
Right.
once word gets out that that's what Chico means, it people are like, oh, that's so cool. And so sometimes less is more.
I agreed.
So anyway, at the Doubloon Lagoon, they have Scales, which is a 51-foot long snaking serpent water slide.
Yeah,
How's that for another tongue twister?
for real.
There's also a water play area with like a splash pad that is specifically designed for kids who are 48 inches or under.
Hmm.
They
They
have a
got a
hot
great
tub.
splash pad.
Oh yeah, they do go with a lot of stuff there. They again designing stuff for little kids.
Hmm.
Gee, who would have thought Disney would be good at that?
Who
Oh wait,
knew?
everybody.
Everyone.
There's also the hot tub, a playground, and this is where you go for the poolside activities throughout the
Yes.
day. So if you ever do the pool break or if you're doing your resort day, that they have all kinds of games and activities that you can spend just all day here and be
You really
entertained.
can. They've got a their resort activities team does such a good job too of like getting everybody involved. They'll do pool trivia, they'll do arts and crafts out there. Also, Doubloon Lagoon, if you've ever seen pictures on like Disney's website or online of the alligators that are like playing in the band, that's the
Hmm.
Doubloon Lagoon pool. It's all Mardi Gras themed. It's so fun. So they have like the Harlequin like sitting on top of stuff out there and like everything's supposed to feel like a Mardi Gras float. It's such a cool theme for that area.
And it fits so well with the
Yeah,
rest of the resort too.
exactly. I love it.
Now over at Riverside, there's Old Man Island, and Ol is OL apostrophe MAN. So
Old Man Island.
no D's there.
Mm-mm, we don't have time.
It's a 3.5 acre island. It's kind of sits in the middle of the resort. It's near the marina and the in the back of the main building.
Yeah.
There's a swim-in hole again, no G on that. Swim-in
Mm-mm.
hole, just
Swimming
like where
hole.
Yinz going. I fully agree with that.
Yeah.
Now, aka this is a swimming pool that has a
Yes.
waterfall and a 95-foot long water slide that's fashioned after an old mill. So as I kind of go through that when you're going up the steps and starting off. Um, It has two hot tubs, a kiddie pool, a fishing hole. Again, we ain't got time for too many letters. We're using
No.
apostrophes on this.
A G. Who's got time for a G?
Just takes too long.
Too long.
There's also a playground in this where you do the poolside activities.
Yes.
So
Good
the
playground
fishing,
too.
yeah, the fishing hole you can actually do fishing. We'll address that in a little bit.
Hmm.
And then there are five smaller pools that are scattered around Riverside. And so the buildings are kind of clustered into groups around the pools. So there's three in Alligator Bayou and two in Magnolia Bend. So in
Yes.
Alligator Bayou, every like 5 or 6 buildings will have a pool. In Magnolia Bend, there's only 4 buildings, so two of them like sandwich the pool in between them.
Yeah, and they'll have like a little bit less theming, but they are a nice, like quieter option, especially if you don't want to lug all of your stuff all the way to Old Man Island if you're staying over at Riverside. But I will say, if you're gonna do a pool day or like a pool afternoon, you got to make your way over to Old Man Island. It's so cool.
Yeah, the smaller pools are more for the adults with no kids who I just
Yeah.
want a quiet thing, take a dip, just relax, read my book type thing.
Yes, but if you want a water slide,
Oh, of
you got to
course.
head on over.
Now, some other activities to do, and these are all free that we're going to talk about. There is the campfire on the bayou, and it's
Woo!
DE apostrophe. So it's, again, saving those letters.
Campfire on the bayou.
And then that's at Riverside on Old Man Island. It is from 6 in the evening till 7. Marshmallows are free. They also have s'mores kits that you can buy, though. but the marshmallows are free.
Love that.
Over in French Quarter, it's the Cajun Campfire, also 6 to 7. This is between buildings 5 and 6, so it's like to the left of the Balloon Lagoon
Yeah, there's like a
as
little
you're going
area
up.
over there.
There's also Movie Under the Stars. This is 8:30 on select nights. It's on some nights at French Quarter between buildings 5 and 6. So right after you're going to do the, well, not right after. If you're after you do the campfire, come back a little bit later on, and then between buildings 5 and 6. But in Riverside, it's at Oak Manor Lawn. This is in the Magnolia Bend area. It's building
Yeah.
90.
Yeah, it's a little further out, but like it's a really pretty area that they have it in. So it's nice to get over to that side of the resort, especially if you're staying over in Alligator Bayou.
And this is a neat thing that our friend Amanda initially told us about at the Riviera, I think, that she kind of stumbled upon with her son one time.
Mhm.
It's called Find a Friend. So in the
Yes.
French Quarter, they have a hidden Louis, so the alligator from Princess and the Frog. So there's a prop of him that's gonna be hidden somewhere around the resort. You
Yep.
take a picture, return it to the concierge desk, and you get a prize.
It's cool.
At
I we
Riverside, go ahead.
I would say we've done that at they have one at Caribbean Beach where you can find Sebastian. But I love that they have Lewis over here. I think it's cute. I love to I love little things like this that they have incorporated.
And now at the Riverside, you can look for Ray. That's the
Yeah.
firefly from Princess and the Frog. And it's neat that, again, the character you're finding is something that is kind of built into the, or, goes with the theming of the resort, like Sebastian at the Caribbean beach.
Yeah, and I like they even take it a step further, right? Because in the movie they meet Lewis on a riverboat because he wants to play jazz. So of course he's over in like the French Quarter area, but they meet Ray in the bayou. So of course he's over in the Riverside area. I think that's
Hmm.
cool. I like that they put that much thought into it.
The Animal Kingdom Lodge has Timon and Pumbaa, and
Yeah.
one's in one area, one's in the other, depending on which
Yeah.
group of buildings you're staying in. Yeah.
I love that.
For those of you who want to get some exercise in and who like to sweat a lot, there's a jogging path that's 1.7 miles long.
Truly sweat a lot.
Now, if you're there during the winter months, it's actually not too bad.
No, that's a nice little walking path in the winter. You just stroll along and you're on the river and it's you see the boats go by. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's right along the Sascola River. And um, again, that's your resort day thing whenever you're arriving, whenever you're leaving, just
Mhm.
exploring the resorts because they are so pretty and there's so much to see that many people do not take advantage of that.
And I wish they would because you're paying for them. So it's worth it, I think, to like take the time to look around and appreciate the fact that you're not just staying in like a random hotel somewhere. You know, your hotel is meant to keep you inside that Disney bubble and really enjoy that extensive theming and that homey feel.
Hmm.
I love it.
And then in each of the rooms, they have Hey Disney, which is basically their voice
Alexa.
activated AI assistant, whatever you want to call it.
Yes, I do love to play with Hey Disney when we get into a hotel room. One morning I went actually this is when I was staying at Riverside. I got very excited. This is the first time I got to use Hey Disney. And I walked in and my friends and I were like, okay, we're going to use this. We're going to set our alarm. This is going to be fantastic, right? Well, it doesn't necessarily, you don't get to pick the character that wakes you up. So we requested it to set an alarm for like a certain time. So we get up for rope drop. I mean, you know those rope drop mornings. Those are groggy, tired mornings. Well, apparently it set it to Donald. Um, don't know if I could recommend that. It's like a nice, relaxing greeting. It was crazy. It was like a screaming duck waking us up at like 5:30 in the morning. So use with caution, but it's really fun.
We've had mixed results with Hey Disney, but most of it's been user error. The
Yeah.
one time we could not get it to work, and I tried everything looking, what the, like the sound was down.
Yeah.
Like the volume, I was like, I finally figured that like on the last day we were there. I was like,
Oh
really? We've been fighting this thing, trying to get it to work for so long. But
no.
then the next time we came, we knew to check all the things, and my daughter was having fun. like, "Hey Disney, tell me a joke. Hey Disney, do
Yes,
this. Hey Disney." And so yeah, she had a new best friend she was talking to the whole time.
I love it. I'm gonna read you a story. It'll play like ambiance. It's fun. It's so fun.
Of course, my daughter is very, very intelligent, which is her downfall, that she needs to use this power for good, not evil.
Hmm.
That it's, Disney. So we're, like you said, we're getting up early for drop the next morning. We just spent all day in the parks. It's getting, like past her bedtime anyway. She's like, "Can we do Hey Disney, tell me a story?" It's like, in India, it's it's time for bed. Go to sleep. Like, but can I just, no, go to bed.
No,
You
you
had
gotta
all night
lay
to play with it
down.
when we were sitting here. Oh,
I love
but
it.
anyway, so there's the downside of Hey Disney. It's too addictive
Hmm.
and it's too much fun to play with that your kids don't want to sleep because they want to play with it more.
Yes.
Now, if only we could
Oh.
get the home version.
I'm waiting. I know that's coming. I know they're gonna start marketing that. They've got to.
Now, some other things you can do that are not free though,
Yes.
but still no less fun, at the French Quarter, they have mosaic classes. This is at
That's
the
so
Scat Cats
cool.
Club Lounge, recommended for ages 12 and up, and they can last like 2 hours.
Hmm.
So, but you're gonna get a nice. The reason it costs money is because you're taking something home. So you're
Yeah.
basically paying for the materials.
Yes. And so fun. Like if you're having a resort day, you want to drop your kiddos off to go do something, like your older kiddos to go do something fun and creative, so maybe you can go have like a nice lunch or whatever. It's such a good opportunity to do that. I love when they offer things like that.
Now they also offer in the Scat Cats Lounge is a painting on the bayou.
Yup.
And this is also can be like 2 hours of a painting class recommended for 12 and older.
Hmm.
Again, you're getting something to take home. So
Yeah,
it's a nice keepsake that you're not
it's
going to get
worth it.
anywhere else.
No.
Like, in the painting classes and the drawing classes that they offer at Disney are amazing that I have no artistic talent whatsoever, but I've done some of the drawing, the characters classes, and I produced something that fairly closely resembles the character it's supposed to resemble. Like,
Yeah, I'm always shocked at how good of an artist I am when I'm there. I'm like, oh,
I think I have a theory behind that. I just think the pencils you use have Disney magic in them.
that's got to be it. They sprinkle them all with pixie dust before they pass them
That
out.
or the paper, I don't know. Maybe both. I'm not
Maybe
sure.
both.
Think happy thoughts, and it just I don't know.
And it just happens. I love that.
No, they have good instructors who will walk you through how to do this, and there's books you can buy too that work you through. Here's the general shape, and here's what you do. And um, if I put time and effort into it, I might be. No, I'm not going to be a good artist no matter what.
But it's cool though. They get very good instructors, especially the ones that they do like in the parks. They get great instructors that give really good directions and kind of explain the why behind a lot of it. It just
Hmm.
helps that you'll be shocked at what you can create.
Yeah. There's also the South Quarter Games Arcade that's in the main
Hmm.
building.
Love an
That
arcade.
again, it's yeah, you're putting it takes you back to the 80s and the 90s of flopping quarters into the video games.
Yeah, that to me does feel so quintessential 90s Disney World though, like all
Well,
the
actually, you're not
arcades and
plopping
stuff.
quarters. Yeah, you're not
Yeah, I
plopping
guess now
quarters in.
you're
Now
not
you get
doing that.
a card and you're
Yeah,
swiping, but so it takes some of the fun out of it.
it does. I used to go to like the roller rink with like a sock full of quarters to like play at the arcade there.
So there's a local amusement park here named Kennywood,
Oh
and whenever
yeah.
we go there in the summer, that we would buy the little necklace thing, and it would like a plastic tube that was big enough to fit quarters in.
Oh my
And so you'd have
gosh.
your roll up
I
your dollars,
remember.
put the quarters in, and it kept it dry when you're on the wet rides.
Yes.
And yeah, and rather than putting the money in your, because wearing your mesh shorts or whatever, you didn't have pockets, you put it in your shoe and stuff. And walking around
Yeah.
on a quarter all day was not always fun. So we
Ooh,
had
it's
those.
not.
Yep, I remember using those all the time.
That just brought that memory of those little tubes like screaming back to me. I was like, oh my gosh, I remember that we had those. We had a regional water park called Schlitterbahn in Central Texas. And I remember having one of those and having like my cash in there
Yep.
for my souvenirs for the day.
Now
I
out
love
at
that.
Doubloon Lagoon, there are some arts and crafts and the Mickey tie dye offered at
Yeah.
different times throughout the day. And again, you're getting something to take home. So that's what you're paying for.
Hmm. It's fun though.
Yeah, and over in Riverside, it's a lot of the same. They have the mosaic classes that's in Boatwright's Dining Hall. There's also painting on the bayou over there.
Hmm.
They have the Medicine Show arcade in the main building. And then their arts and crafts and Mickey Tie Dye are on Old Man Island.
Hmm.
There's also, like I said, at the fishing hole, there is on Old Man Island, there's catch and release fishing that you can rent an
Yes.
old fashioned cane pole. Well, I guess an old fashioned cane
Old
pole.
fashioned cane pole.
It's not an actual, you got the southern accent much better than me. I'm more of Yinz stuff, but
Yeah,
I'm Yinz more than y'all.
I got you.
But this is like the huck fin, tie a string to an end of a stick, put it into the water type thing. It's not an
Yeah.
actual fishing rod. It's just the cane pole to put in. And
And
that
then you just pull it out.
let's say you can not get more huck fin than doing this, and it's perfect for
No.
the bayou.
It's great. It's very like what you would have learned to fish with your very first time, like growing up.
Hmm.
Like this was, I remember we would do cane pole fishing at camp when I was a kid.
So there's also bike rentals. This is at the Riverside Levee Marina. And there's either individual bikes or the Surrey bikes. They can either be two person or four person.
Those are really fun. Have you ever done one of those, Matt?
I'm sure we have at some point. I don't know if we ever did them at Disney, but I'm sure we did them at a beach at some
Oh
point in my
yeah.
life growing up.
I love like these options, like the bike rentals, especially at this resort, because there is so much space to kind of
Hmm.
go around on. There's a lot to see and a lot to do, but it's still, I know you can also do these over at the boardwalk, which, oh my God, so beautiful, right? But I feel like it's a little quieter. It's a little less crowded. You have a little bit more freedom to kind of move around the resort when you do that here.
And it's funny that our friend Katie uh, told, whenever we talked about the boardwalk, she
Hmm.
told a story of having her young daughter, who she's now in high school, but whenever she was
Oh,
like 3 years old, sitting up in the front of the Surrey bike, ringing the bell, and yelling at people, "Out of the way, people! Out of the way, people!"
he's
And
like, gangway, it's happening. I love
and of
that.
course, then Katie told the story of, you're pedaling with whenever it's several people pedaling, it's like pedal harder. I'm doing all the work up here. No, you pedal
Yes,
harder.
truly. Yeah, it'll really test the bounds of your family structure over there with that pedaling.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, and
love
also
that.
here's another thing that makes the Port Orleans resorts so nice is you can go
Mhm.
on carriage rides.
Yes.
So they're a little bit pricey. It's $65 plus tax for 25 minutes. You can either get four adults or two adults and three kids. This
Hmm.
is right by the Riverside Levee Marina. But if you want a romantic evening thing to do, I mean, this is your honeymoon, definite give this a shot type thing.
Oh, totally. It's so
Or
special,
your,
especially if you're like a return guest, I feel like too. This is one of those little things you can do to just like make your trip that much more unique and that much more special.
and make you feel opulent. Oh, we're taking a
Yeah.
carriage ride.
Oh, we're gonna go on our
Okay,
carriage ride later. I love that.
can you fetch my riding parasol, will you,
Yes,
Jeeves? And
I need my riding gloves. Thank you. I love that. But I will say, fun to do. And I haven't gone on one of these carriage rides, but I do love whenever we go over to the Tri-Circle D ranch
Mhm.
over at Fort Wilderness. Talk to your carriage driver. They have such a cool job and they get to work with these horses every day. And nine times out of ten, if they're somebody that does the carriages, they also do like five other things in that barn. Just a fun way to have a conversation. You can, and they love to talk about the horses that they work with. So I always recommend that. I'm like, strike up a conversation with one of them. If they can talk to you, they will happily like tell you all about it. So it's cool.
Oh, and that is with any cast member.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you talk to the ones that are over in Animal Kingdom, and they'll tell you everything about the animals because that is their passion.
Yeah, they love it. And they're with them every
As
single
Elaine,
day.
yeah, as Elaine's raising her hand on that too.
Oh yeah. I wasn't an animal care person, but I still like I would tell you everything about those Siamings over in Asia. I was like, ah, pull up a chair. Let me give you the full rundown. Or the birds
How
in the
long
bird
you
show.
got?
Literally.
Now, of course, there is shopping at French
Hmm.
Quarter. It's Jackson Square Gifts and Desires,
Yes.
and then in Riverside, it's Fulton's General Store. named after Robert Fulton, who created the
Yes.
first commercial steamboat.
Yes. Fulton's also, if you loved the Disney stores of the 90s, walk through Fulton's, even if you don't want to buy anything. They have a lot of those old school, like moving dioramas all throughout the store. That was something that I thought was really cool walking through there. It did feel very nostalgic and felt like when you would walk through the Disney stores back in the mall in like 1995, and they have all the cool moving dioramas around the top of the room.
Kind of takes you to Main Street USA with all their windows and how they're displayed and set
Yes,
up.
exactly. It feels like that. It's so fun. It's so cool.
And now, if you're there for a bit of a stay, or you just need to minimize your packing and you want to do some laundry, or need to do some laundry, we've been in there in that situation of there's a nice rainy day and you get soaked and
Oh
you have to
yeah.
change clothes, or somebody gets too close to the pool when they're not supposed to and falls in with all their clothes on.
Oh my gosh.
Never did that at Disney, but that has happened, especially at my parents' house.
Oh yeah.
That I was cleaning the pool one time, fully enclosed, and I stepped a little bit too close and went
Oh
in.
no.
Luckily, this was before cell phones, so I didn't have any electronics on me, so
You. Oh my
saving
gosh.
grace. The laundry is in the French Quarter behind Mardi Gras, and
Hmm.
then at Riverside near each of the small pools. So at each of the little clusters, you'll find a little laundry place.
Yeah, it's nice too that there's more than one and
So you're
they're in
not going
different
all over.
locations.
hmm
Yes, that's really nice. Are you a big laundry on vacation guy, Matt?
Depends on the trip.
Same.
So um, if it's a week thing, usually we pack enough just for that week. It's not a big deal. But on our longer trips, especially whenever we go to visit my wife's family in Indonesia, we're there for
Mhm.
like a month. So we have to do
Oh,
laundry.
you got to.
And yeah, even sometimes whenever we've been um, just at Disney, that my wife's like, oh, I forgot to pack whatever, and let's just do some laundry here. We got a free, we came home early the last night. Let's just do laundry so I don't have to do it at home.
Yeah,
So
I've
we've done
done
that
that.
before at times.
I've definitely done that.
And transportation, there are buses to all the parks, which is typical of a value or moderate
Yeah.
um, resort. But the Sassagoula River cruise goes to Disney Springs.
Yes.
And so there are separate boats, one for Port Orleans French Quarter, one for Port Orleans Riverside, one for Old Key West, and one for Saratoga Springs. And they have a different color flag and it's labeled.
Yes.
So you know which line to get in. Well, whenever at your resort, there's only one line, but whenever you're
Right.
at Disney Springs, you know which one to get in line for, and it's fairly easy.
Very easy. Yeah. And if you're ever confused, always just ask a cast member. They know where they're going. I love taking that boat. Like, that's my ideal arrival day at Disney, right? You get to your resort, especially if you're staying here, you hop on the boat and go down, pal around Disney Springs for a little while, have dinner, come back, maybe do a little like evening pool time, and then get to bed early so you can rope drop the next morning. That's my ideal arrival day itinerary.
And this is why Elaine and I are such good friends. That's like Disney Springs is our go-to place for that's the arrival day. Let's go. Let's
Oh,
get into the Disney, well, one, you're getting the Disney atmosphere at your hotel, but then, all right, let's do more Disney stuff. And you're
exactly.
not having to spend, well, you don't have to spend money to get in, but you spend money
No,
while you're
you spend
there.
money
But
once you're there. But it's nice, right? It's like you dip your toe into the Disney bubble, and it's a good place to like, you get to look at some of the merch and you get excited for that. Maybe you find like that perfect pair of ears for this trip. And then if you're me, you go over to Gideon's
oh,
and you get the peanut butter cold brew, but you very politely say, "Can you not put ice in it? Bring it back to your hotel, put it in the fridge. You've got Gideon's for breakfast the next morning."
we have talked about going to Gideon's so many times, but the
Love
line
it.
was always quote unquote too long.
Oh yeah.
So, and my wife likes to go to the not Morimoto, but the Morimoto street food, which is a little quick service thing right outside.
Yes.
That is her,
Delicious.
that's her go-to arrival day. We eat there. And then this
A
time,
woman of taste. I
yeah,
appreciate her.
whenever we went, her and my daughter were eating, and Gideon's didn't have too long of a line. I was like, do you want me to go get in line? And so I got in line. Of course,
Nice.
Raglan's right there. They had the band playing, one of the live Irish bands. So I'm standing there in line, just listening to the band while they're finishing up food. They got done, came over, and we went and got Gideon's. And my wife was like, trying a couple of them. She has her favorites now, so
Oh yeah.
we will be back.
I love it. Oh my gosh, I love going over to get it. So you got to get like a couple of cookies too to like keep in the room, right? That like
And a
late
couple of
night.
cookies will last you the week because those are
Yeah, they
big
really,
cookies.
really will. They're huge.
My wife took one. She's like eating it every little bit every day as we were going through our trip. They went in the travel bag going to the park, and it's like, I'm hungry. Give me a little bit of that cookie.
I love that. You got to keep a little snack.
And with our daughter, that's an important thing that she gets hangry, and
Me
she's
and
now
her
getting
both.
to the age that she can tell us when she's hungry and recognizes it. But whenever she was younger, she would just get hungry, and then she just turned into a complete bear. And it's like, what got into you? And then we give her something, and then completely changed an attitude back to normal. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
all right.
it's
So
like
we
magic.
we made sure then after the first time when it happened, we made sure we always have the little snacks just in case.
You got to. You got to. It's too
So
funny.
let's go on to travel tips. Elaine, what do you got?
Well, like I said, I mean, I do believe that this is Port Orleans, I think, is a standout for moderates. I think it's gotten a little less popular because it doesn't have the Skyliner access, but this is one that I always recommend to clients. It's so unique and it's so quiet, but it has such like rich theming. I kind of think you can't go wrong here. And you can usually, this is one of those resorts that if they're offering promos, I would you say like 9 times out of 10, they're going to offer it at this resort as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one to bet on for sure. But one thing I love to tell people, if you are staying at Riverside or Port Orleans, you can access any of the pools. If you're staying over at French Quarter and you want to come over to Old Man Island, you can do that and vice versa. So you do have access to all of the pools because they're kind of still considered one resort. You can pool hop, so to speak, which I think is super fun. Because I like both of those pools. I think they're amazing. We talked a little bit about boat rides, of course. Like I said, fantastic prime rib, highly recommend it. But something that they have at Riverside, they have a comedy piano show Wednesday through Saturday with Yeehaw Bob. He is considered a Disney legend. If you miss Jelly Rolls, this is a really great place to go. It's just fun. It's family friendly, so you can take the kids. It's just a blast. He's over there in the bar area in the like on the right hand side of that main building. As you walk past one of the lounges, you'll see where he usually sets up. So highly recommend seeing Yeehaw Bob. And also, when you do book here, ask your travel advisor for building 25. Just ask them if they can make a request for building 25. Obviously, Matt and I both know you can never guarantee that, but it never hurts to ask. It's closer to the bus depot where they pick you up first and they drop you off first. So that is a good spot to go if you can. If you're not staying over there, though, if you want to walk over to Building 25, I don't think that's a bad idea. You're usually guaranteed a spot when you get on, and then you get to get off like as soon as you come back from the parks.
Two very important things. It might be about, people think, oh, get on the bus first, then you have to go through all those stops and it takes longer. But
You
as
get to
Elaine just
sit.
said, you're guaranteed a seat because they can fill up, especially during busy times.
Oh
And
gosh.
once you're on the bus, it's air conditioned. So you're sitting inside
Yes.
the bus while you're making this little drive. And then getting off first is also very important.
Oh my gosh, there's just nothing worse than like you're at like the sixth stop in your resort and you're like, I just want to go to bed. Like sometimes taking that little walk is worth it to just get out, go back, get to your room, and be done for the day.
I'm tired of people being close to me.
Literally, I'm tired of people being close to me. I need to get out of here.
So with my travel tip, and we mentioned some of this before, is it staying at Port Orleans, and particularly if you're in the royal guest rooms with the firework headboards, it's a nice way to get that deluxe resort feel, but having a moderate resort price. And so with the architecture and the atmosphere of the resort, it feels a lot more luxurious than what the price indicates. And
Yes.
you don't get some of the amenities that are offered at the deluxe resorts. For example, there's no fitness center, there's only one table service restaurant, but you get a lot of the little extras. like the carriage rides. There's the Saskatoon River cruise, and even though there's only one table service restaurant at the resort, you get on the river, the river cruise, and you go to Disney Springs where there's a whole bunch of restaurants. So you're very close to and have access to a lot of those other restaurants.
Yes,
It's also considered one of the more romantic resorts at Walt Disney World,
it really is.
especially with the carriage rides.
Yes. Or even just like the way that I don't know if I can really, I highly recommend people watch a walkthrough of that property because even just the walk through Alligator Bayou, through Magnolia Bend, it's so beautiful. The water's right there. The landscaping is so gorgeous. Like it's just very, especially like sunset. It is very romantic. That is exactly the right word to use for this resort.
It's that the New Orleans feel and the southern hospitality type thing. It,
Yeah.
it just pulls you in.
It does. It's so you do feel like you are very much transported. It's so lovely.
Yeah, the theming is incredible, and the aura of the place is
Yes,
much more. It's worth much more than what the price is.
I agree. I
So,
absolutely agree.
if you have a destination or an experience that you'd like to have us discuss on the Where Yinz Goin podcast, or if you'd like to share your favorite place to visit or have a travel tip, feel free to contact me. I would love to hear your feedback and ideas. Elaine, how can people get a hold of you?
You can find me on social media. You can find me on Facebook at Dreams by Design Travel with Elaine or on Instagram at Dreams by Design Elaine. We're making all kinds of crazy stuff over there. So come on over and give me a follow. And then if you have any questions or you want to look at some quotes, you can always email me at Elaine at dreamsbydesigntravel.com.
Here at the podcast, we're on Facebook and X at Where Yinz Goin. Yinz, Y-I-N-Z, Goin, G-O-I-N with the apostrophe and the question mark. My email is matt, M-A-T-T, at dreamsbydesigntravel.com. All of this information is going to be in the episode description. So if you want to contact us to book a trip or have any questions, you know where to find it. You don't have to worry about spelling or having written it down or anything like that right now. So it's there. Go look for it. Please like, follow, subscribe, leave a review, tell a friend, let other people know about the awesome stuff we're talking about, and let them know Elaine's coming back. So there's going to be more awesome stuff that she's going to talk about too.
Yeah, she is. She could talk about theming all day long.
Don't tempt me. All right. So, Elaine, thank you very much. This was so much fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I love it. It's so fun.
And Elaine will be back more to talk about the Wilderness Lodge and, again, other things.
Yes.
So, everyone else out there, please join us next time. We're Nat. We'll see you later.